Good afternoon on a very sunny and a very busy day here in downtown Montreal. We are standing in our quiet garden. I am Glenn Chestnut, the minister of our beautiful church, and this is our garden, and it is basically an introduction and to welcome as many of you as possible to come and to see this wonderful space for yourself. I would like to introduce you to Philip, who's a horticulturalist, and he will take us on a tour of the garden itself. So Philip, it's over to you.
Thank you, it's a pleasure to be here. So here we are, just inside the entrance gates, and there's the noise of Sherbrooke Street behind us, but you can see there are two lovely crabapple trees to the left and the right of the gate, and then we planted very early on in June these impassions, which have flowered and kept going all the way through the summer, and they form a very strong linear entrance, and which terminates in the fountain, which you will see shortly. Now the garden is very lush and it's been incredibly well designed. This space, we can see above us now, there are several ash trees, and it makes for a dappled shade across most of the garden. But with careful attention to the planting, it has been possible to really get some accent in. And one great example of this are the coleus. These were planted in pots, and they've really just bloomed and blossomed from day one. And they've been very, very well suited. And each time I come by and look at them, I'm fascinated by the range of colours and see something different every time. And then if we look just beyond this, we can see how the garden, as it becomes more shady, requires a little bit of tweaking of the plants to lift it with a bit of colour. So we've got here some Shasta daisies and some black-eyed Susans. And we've got some thyme that's established as a thyme lawn, and there's oxalis and some phlox, and they just filled in enough to make a lovely colourful meadow. This is a Canadian sugar maple that was planted in 2015 in loving memory of Reverend Jeff Veenstra by the AMP youth group and the congregation. I'm standing here in front of the Sundial, and what you can see here is how the very intelligent use of the stone path has extended the garden into a corner, which is otherwise quite difficult. It's very shady in here, and the selection of a variety of ferns and several different types of hostas and a hydrangea has meant that there's been a very lush covering of foliage, and much of it has flowered over the summer period. During the summer, around about midday, there is a small belt of sunshine that reaches the ground here, and just to the edge of that on the periphery there's an informal planting of some black-eyed Susan and some Shasta daisies and these hostas here, and it's meant that there is always some colour. One of the features of this garden that is so characteristic is how well used it is during people's lunch breaks. There are many benches like this, and every time I work in the garden I always get comments about how thankful people are, how much they really appreciate being able to come here and look at the stone of the building and to feel the microclimate, which is so much cooler and shadier than everywhere else in what is a very urban context. Now, gardens need to evolve, and here is a young tree that was planted this year, which is Acer dissectum red dragon, and its characteristic is that it has these very bright red leaf stalks and a bronzy red tint, and as we move into the autumn that will get more and more colourful. And situated just below it is an old stone which came from the previous Unitarian church where there was a fire, and this in fact commemorates a fireman who lost his life in fighting those flames. Now we're at the first terrace, and this and the one just above it are used by the church for all of its activities. So there's a Bible study group that makes frequent use of it. There's the summer vacation school, and after each service, coffee and conversation, and it's a resource that again is really appreciated by the church community. This completes our tour of the garden, and we do hope that you come and visit. Extend a warm welcome to everyone and hope to see you soon. In future seasons there are plans afoot to further plant and to maintain what's here, so it's a resource that will continue to be enriched.